Yeah, I forgot about it. It's so nice. Imagine having to wake up at 5 in the morning, picking up guests, dropping them off to the platform, preparing their breakfast, and have to come back here and do that fucking gorge, that fucking walk for 1 hour. Like lots of different rocks like sticking to each other, that's what you have. Sand, heat, like the heat cooked the sand, staking all the different type of rock all together. So this is the result of that. This is Kata Tjuta. Yeah, rub it and smell. What does it smell for you? Girl, come on. It smells like mint. This one is bush mint.
Bush mint?
Yeah. Over there, that's another bush tomato. Mala is like those little rufous wallabies, but mala mala in Pichonjara means beautiful but useless.
Thank you, just like me. Just kidding.
They're not even beautiful.
Sure, just useless.
So beautiful but useless, and yeah, so the Ananu use it like only to as a decoration during the ceremonies, during the Inma.
Multiple like options at how to record it. It's very cool.
Yeah. How much did you buy this one?
This one is one of the newest. So it was I think 250 only.
250?
Yeah,
The fuck?
easy.
When you say cheap, I mean, thought it was cheap.
There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you. Not doing well, don't know where you are, 'cause you're not here. It's been way too long. If I could lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down beside you, I would.
Thank you, Mariana.
Puketsi.
That's good. Yes.
here. I'm so grateful that I can hear, and it gave me so much. And even like on a really not just on a job
I love walking like this. Look, we can see Uluru there.
Hello. That's it. It has very particular smell. Some people like it, some don't. It only grows in winter season because otherwise it's like super warm. It's like 45-50 degrees out here. So
True.
like they were the first initiators of patch burning technique. Patch burning technique is like a technique that involves burning patches of land in order to control fires and in order to also like move the nutrients from pieces of soil to another. And what happens is that those trees, the ones that you just saw, they, after 35,000 years, they changed their genetics to the point that their seed right now need smoke in order to germinate. And the trunk actually layered up to the point that right now they would be the last piece of vegetation to actually die and burn. Desert oaks, that by the way, they don't have anything to do with oaks, just the English colonists called them that way because they didn't have anything, they didn't have anything to refer to them as like. They're actually called kaurina. And they're interesting because it's like one of the most beautiful example on how nature adapted to culture. So how the genetics, how human beings and nature actually intertwined with each other, and how the genetics of it actually really adapted to the circumstances back then. So the circumstances were that the Ananu, we people of the desert in Pinjanjara, which is the local language of the people that are living out here, the Ananu initiated with this patch burning technique, and it's beautiful how the nature actually adapted to that because it was a respectful way of using nature, and therefore the genetics of it managed to adapt differently from the unrespectful way that we're using nowadays in nowadays society, of course. But it's very beautiful, like the fact that nature and human beings can intertwine and change and adapt and like modify each other. There is scarcity of water, so they wouldn't want to use that. But also the way, it's very interesting because the way the sap that builds into the trunk, it starts creating those chunks that with like a long time they start like being bigger and bigger. And what happens is that the Ananu women, they have like a traditional way of carving those chunks, and they create the piti bows out of it.
Oh, piti bows
Yeah.
from this. So
Yes.
the ointment.
The ornament is just the sap, and they will mix it with.
And the piti bowl from this is multi-purpose tree.
Yes.
It's pretty normal for
We lost it there. We don't know what to talk about now.
Fascinates me every day.
Every day it has different colors.
Yeah,
Different.
the sun goes over, it all changes, and it's pretty special.
Monica, just hop on.
So last year in late October. And again, standing here, soaking wet with the spray coming down. It's hard to describe. Where the water's run round it and scoop that back out to make that curve. That's what creates it.
0.5, like how you can zoom out, because like it's really cool at the rock and stuff, like to actually show the size.
Exactly, this is a perfect place to do it.
Yeah, and then at the gorge or just anywhere where you're trying to get that cool colour contrast between the sky and the rock and some greenery and stuff, they never tap on the sky, and it's like
we need to sort out going before we fucking leave.
We can't talk to Steve, basically. Like,
Cheers. Thank you, everyone.
shave my legs, and she's like, "Isa, can I do armpits? Can I do my legs?" And I'm like, "Okay." Oops. So we just like have a waxing meeting at her house.